What's the address here again?
317 North.
Just makes it easier to see
Well,
what the video
there's
is.
like 4 different. By the time I get back to the shop, there'll be like 4. There's already some on here. So I just like to do that.
You know how many cobwebs you already got rid of for us?
I know, I should charge a fee. Just kidding.
No, because I want you to keep them. Isn't that nice of me? You seen any animals going down?
We've seen like dead raccoons.
Oh, nasty.
Russ saw a dead rat.
Oh, see, that's the gross part.
They're crazy. Once they've been dead in there that long, they're white.
Oh, nasty.
No fur.
That's gross. That's gross.
Oh, the amount of spiders you see down there too.
Sure. That actually makes sense.
Yeah, we see some weird stuff.
So-
Like we did one in Orem,
Uh-huh.
and while we were inspecting it, the camera or the guy comes and looks, and he's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "There's a bunch of condoms."
No way!
Literally, the guy goes.
What was that, Jay?
The guy goes. I ain't worn a condom in 10 years.
Someone's in trouble.
I'm just here to
Somebody's in trouble.
I'm just here to clean this up, you know?
He's like, can you get the age? How old are they?
I mean, there was a box in there. We even told him they were magnums.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
so you probably could have figured out the date. When's the expiration date? He bought them Thursday at CWS.
I know, right?
He's like, what the
I'm like,
hell?
I'll bet that wife got a good earful when we left.
Jay, do you know what they're doing right now? This is a sewer scope.
Yeah.
He's running a camera all the way through the sewer line right now. We're seeing how the line looks.
What happened to Friday?
He died on us.
I got sick.
Oh, yeah.
Be glad he didn't come Friday.
I was already at the office when he called me.
I called him and I said, go home.
Be glad he didn't. So there's a tree root there.
Boss, you got the boot?
Yeah. Hold on, I don't want to miss all this.
There's more tree roots.
Roots. So now the tree roots fill up the cracks.
How did they get in there?
Just over time, it's only, if you see all, let me finish pulling this back, but all the root intrusions are all where the coupling is, where the bells are, where the 2 pipes connect.
Yeah.
It's just over time, they love it because the moisture and the heat, the warmth, so the roots just find their way to them. I mean, even if you dug up like a gas line underneath the ground, it's going to be covered in tree roots.
That's not electrical.
Well, it's all right.
They find any
No.
crack in the pipe, they will find it.
No, you have to you want them cut out because more and more will come in, and it'll literally be a wall of roots eventually. And then that's when you start, your house will back up.
So if you cut the roots out, what is that, a root?
To cut the roots out, honestly, me being completely honest with you, in your line of work to flip homes, just a jetter is going to be right up your alley because if you don't have to replace the sewer line, you obviously don't want them to move in and
Right.
get it back up right away.
Right.
But cutting them out, there's people that call us twice a year and we come and cut their roots
Serious?
out 2 times a year, every year,
Holy crap.
instead of just replacing it.
Holy crap.
But
At that point, you just
to them, they don't have,
That's
X amount of thousands of dollars all at once. They can only
Oh, that
afford
makes sense, actually.
$1,000 jetting
It's
twice
almost-
a year.
Yeah, they're making a 6-month payment to you instead.
And that jetting's pretty cool to watch, I'll tell you that much.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
That jetter will cut your finger off. It's 4,000 psi.
So, when you go back through this, I'm going to need an honest assessment. Do we even need to cut those roots out on this one?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like a sales.
Reason being?
Sales yes, though.
Well, I'll tell you why. Reason being, there's already some,
Right?
which means it's already been penetrated, so now there's a hole, which means just like any tree root, it roots off of itself. So it could be 6 months from now, and this one won't, but some of those bigger ones literally could put a wall in front of that.
So my fear is you cut them out, now you've got a weak spot right there. That's what scares me.
But yes and no. Yeah, yes, you're right, but your line of work, especially in a project like this, you're better off paying you know, 1,000 to 1,500 for a jetting.
Is that what
then
I'm looking at? 1,000 to 1,500? Oh, hell.
Instead
Screw
of
that.
instead of thousands
Dude, climb
more.
down there with your remote control car and you know they have those.
We have one.
Oh, you actually got one?
Yeah.
Set it down there.
That's more than $1,000.
Is it really?
All those things. I mean, that's almost a $20,000.
Look at all that sludge. That'll just be nice running water through this, cleaning all this out. Look at all that's a goop. Oh, gross.
Ooh,
Yeah, this is all,
that's the month ago.
This is all the water you guys are pouring down, soaking into the nastiness.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that was supposed to be my drinking water. Just kidding. Well,
So I'm trying to think, if I turn the water on now,
No.
what would go into this drain right now?
Water.
But from where though? Because everything's off. What would be?
Oh, if all you did was turn the water
turn the
key
main
on,
yeah.
it wouldn't do it. Well,
Because I want to turn the outside.
It wouldn't do
faucet on.
anything till someone flushed the toilet or
Right,
something.
which we don't even have in here. We don't have a toilet in the house. So if they turned on the sinks, it would cause a problem, or the shower. Sinks or the showers is the problem.